Hi, my name is Said Qasim, and today I'm going to talk about integrating SharePoint 2019 with Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2016. This is the first part of my project in my course, which is System Administration. In this video, I'm going to talk about the integration and the installation features of both systems. First of all, what is SharePoint? SharePoint is a web-based collaborative platform that integrates with Microsoft Office. It has been launched in 2001. Basically, SharePoint is as it is called. It is a SharePoint where people can share the documents and the files they have together. SharePoint 2019 features. The first feature is the fast site creation. Fast site creation basically in SharePoint Server 2019 allows the user to create new sites in a few seconds. The second thing, increased file size in SharePoint document libraries. Now, 2019 SharePoint Server supporting files up to 15 GB in SharePoint document libraries. Third thing, modern sharing experience. Now, the user can easily share links and content with others in the organization. Finally, the SMTP authentication when sending emails. And now we are going to start with the SharePoint 2019 installation. The first step, you have to install the SQL for the SharePoint. I'm going to run it. This page will appear after you run it. The next step, you have to go for installation and click the first option, which is New SQL Server. The Server 2014 setup will appear. We have to choose the Specify Free Edition. Then we click Next. After that, you have to accept the license and terms and then click Next. Next step, it will install the setup files and you have to wait the setup files until it installed. After that, we click Next. In this setup role, we have to choose the SQL Server feature installation. Then we click Next. In the feature selection, in our situation, there are a few features that we have to select, like the database engine server, and the other one is the management tools and management tools complete. Then we click Next. In the instance configuration, I left it as default, the default name and default ID, and then I click Next. Here we have to provide our account name in the server configuration, account name and account password for the server we have installed. And next step, we have to add our current user as an administrator to have the control over it, and then we click Next. Here it will show you the summary of what I have done, and the system is ready to install. We click Install, and we can see that the features have been completed and installed. Then we have to close this page and go to the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio to check if our database has been created or not. You can see the server name here I have created. We click Connect and this page appears. Here we have some new configuration we have to edit. We go to Advanced and scroll down to see the max degree of plagiarism. It was 0 before and you have to change it for 1. Then you have to change some login properties for the servers you have created. These are the server I have created. We have to check up the DB creator and the security admin. for all the servers we have created. To continue installing SharePoint 2019 server, you have to go to the Microsoft Office site and install the ISO image of it. And this is the ISO image we have downloaded for the SharePoint. Right click on it and click on Mount. It will be extracted, and then we have to use the prerequisite installer. This page will appear for the SharePoint 2019 preparation tool. These are the license terms. Accept the terms and click next. And the preparation tool will be installed. It will take a few seconds. And now we can see that our system needs to restart because all the features have been installed. Restart your machine. After that, you have to go to the other option, which is the setup. After you finish, click on it. The product key will be inserted here, and you have to accept the terms and agreements and click continue. After that, you can choose the allocation for where do you want to install this server, and the installation will start. After that, the configuration wizard and the machine will be rebooted. After the machine rebooted, this page will appear directly after starting the machine, which is the SharePoint products. Then click next. Now we have to connect to the server farm. I will create a new server farm because I don't have any existing server farms. We enter the database we have created before, database server, and username and password. Now we have to specify a new password for the security. The page after is specify the role. I chose the single server farm mode because I'm doing this for study purposes. I specified the port number as 1919 here, and I chose the authentication provider as NTML, and click next. The configuring SharePoint products will be installed. It will take time, just be patient. After that, we can see the configuration is successful, and we can see here our database name, and here we have our central administrational URL. This is the URL we are going to use for the SharePoint. We copy this URL to the browser, and this page will appear. Few steps until we finish. We click on Manage Web Applications, and then on the top left we create on new. This page will appear for creating a new web application. You can check all the information. After that, we can see that create new application is successfully created. We can click on this link to take us to our SharePoint page. After that, we have to enter new information for creating the SharePoint. As I titled that as a demo, clicking OK. After that, it will take us to our SharePoint page, which has been successfully created. Now, with our next step, which is Microsoft Dynamics CRM. Microsoft Dynamics CRM is a customer relationship management software package developed by Microsoft. Dynamics CRM is a server client application, which is like a Microsoft SharePoint. We have some Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2016 features. The first feature is improved analytic tools. Some of the analytic tools have been approved, such as the dashboards and the views. The second thing is Go Mobile. Now you can use the Microsoft Dynamics on mobile. The third thing is deeper integration with Microsoft Office. Now with Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2016, you can easily integrate with Microsoft Office apps. Last thing is improved performance and browser support. Now with Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2016 installation. First of all, we have to download the server from the Microsoft website. As you can see here, I have downloaded on my server. And now you have to make the same previous steps for the SQL I did for SharePoint. And here we have to select some features such as the database engine servers and the full text reporting services and management tools. Then click next. You can see that I have one error here, which is the Microsoft Net Framework 3.5, and we have to download it to continue our installation. We have to go to add-on roles from the server manager, add a new role. I'm going to add a feature which is the Net Framework 3.5 feature. Add it, and you will see the installation, and we can see that Microsoft Net Framework 3.5 has passed. Then we click next for the instance configuration. We can see all the summary we have done and click install. The installation will take a few minutes. After it will finish, that you can see the download has been completed and all the features have been succeeded. Then we have to go to the reporting service configuration manager to connect it to the server. Click connect, and then we have to go to this tab and click on the URL itself to check if it's working. And we can see that it's fine working. Extract this CRM we have downloaded before, extract it in a new folder, and then we have to go to the setup. Then click next, accept the license. These are the components we have to install. Click install. All the components have been installed. Click next. Choose the path of the installation location. Here it's recommended to divide all these servers each on a drive if you are working in a company, but in this situation I'm going to leave it as it is and click next. For the selection organizational unit, we are going to choose the database we have created, which is CRM 2016. Click on it and click OK. Enter all the password. Here we have got our report server URL. We want to check it on the browser and it's fine working. Then we have to go to the setup of the Microsoft Dynamics. After that, the system will check and install all the verification tools. We can see that ready to install. It will take a few times and the Microsoft Dynamics server setup is completed. After the server is rebooted, we have to go to the deployment manager, and here after that we go to the organizations, right click on our server and click browse, and here it is. And now with the integration part. In the Microsoft Dynamics, we go to the settings and we choose the document management. After that, we have to enable the base server SharePoint integration. This page will appear for enabling the base SharePoint integration. We click on next. We choose the online SharePoint located. Click next. We put here our URL for the SharePoint, and we can see the validated site is completed, and we click then enable, and then we go for the document management settings. We choose the entities we want to appear for the management settings, and here we specify our SharePoint URL, as you can see. Then we click next, and this will create a subfolder for each folder you have created in account. For example, it will create a subfolder for it, as you can see, for example here, the path. After that we click next. Then we can see all the library creation states have been succeeded. We go to the settings and then accounts. After that we go to the documents, and here we can see I've created the test account, and you can upload any files or any documents you have. Thank you. That was my integration part.